For a long time I've wondered, is it possible to restore an old piece of furniture in just 1 hour? Well, several months ago, my neighbor told me about a pile of furniture sitting on the side of the road, waiting to be hauled to the landfill. I ended up restoring the old green painted dresser you saw in episode 142, and I'm still using it to this day. But I couldn't leave this antique hutch behind. Truthfully, I had no plans to restore it. I figured I'd drag it back to the shop and use it for a while to store refinishing products. Nothing special and nothing permanent. Over the last few months, I've walked past it 100 times, each time asking myself the same question: what am I going to do with this thing? Around here, pieces like this have little to no resale value. The market just isn't what it used to be, and at the moment, I don't need a big old hutch taking up space in the shop. But every time I thought about getting rid of it, I kept coming back to the same feeling. I just couldn't stand the thought of it going to the landfill. So before I donate this to the thrift store, I decided to challenge myself. What if I tried to give this forgotten hutch a second chance, in under an hour? Not a museum restoration, not a full strip down and rebuild, but enough to honor it, preserve it, and keep it out of the landfill. And maybe you have a piece like this around the house that just needs a little attention to bring it back to life. My name is Barry, and it's good to be with you again. Sometimes we spend 20 or 30 hours bringing a piece back to life, and sometimes all it takes is 1 hour, a little creativity, and the simple belief that even the forgotten pieces deserve a moment of care. I've cleaned the hutch with warm water and dish detergent, then wiped it down with just a damp cloth. Once dry, the next thing I'll do is try to even out this failing finish, shellac I believe. Using fine steel wool and this walnut-colored Restore finish is a quick way to restore some of the original finish. This contains a solvent that helps gently dissolve and remove wax buildup, silicone residue, grease and grime, oxidation, and old polish layers. The solvents open up the old finish just enough to let the pigments blend into the scratches. It's important to note, however, this will not work on the areas where the protective finishes have worn off completely, as you'll see. The tinted Restore finish will settle into the scratches and even help camouflage white rings and small scuffs, but don't expect perfection if your piece is as rough as mine. This does not create a new finish, it simply helps fill and blend flaws into the existing finish. Keep in mind, this is a restorative product, not a protective one. After a few minutes, I'll wipe off the excess Restore finish with a cotton cloth. So how long has this already taken? About 24 minutes, and at this point, based on what I've seen, and what you have likely seen, I'm thinking I'm in big trouble with this 1 hour challenge. I've determined that it's necessary to remove the original glass, mostly so I don't break it. I'll gently remove the trim on the back side of the door, then pull the glass out. If you've been watching my channel for a while, then you'll know that I try to separate my restoration projects and videos into two categories: technical videos and passion projects. This, of course, is a technical video, and the next one will be another passion project I'm excited to share with you. As much as I wanted to complete this challenge in under an hour, it didn't sit well with me to leave these damaged areas where the veneer was missing. So I'll trace and cut out small pieces of mahogany veneer, then glue them on with super glue and an accelerator. Although this isn't a long-form video with a dramatic transformation, I still felt it was important to save this old hutch, and hopefully share with you a few tips you might try to make your furniture pieces at home a little better. This piece is headed to the thrift store soon, and who knows, maybe someone will buy it and paint it. With these veneer repairs almost finished, I was beginning to think I might actually complete this challenge. But then I discovered something else. Well, if you saw my last restoration video, you'll know that winter has arrived here in Wisconsin, and it has a way of slowing life down a bit. Honestly, I kind of love that. This restoration project was made possible by FlexiSpot, a longtime partner on my channel. FlexiSpot is perhaps best known for their heavy-duty electric sit-stand desks, but they also offer a wide variety of reclining chairs for your home. This is the FlexiSpot Lotus Swivel Recliner, and I've had this one in my living area for about a year. The tan color fits the color scheme in my living space, and the faux leather has been durable enough for the dogs. I recently added another Lotus chair to my space, and this time I chose the orange fabric, which is perfect for these cooler seasons. Right out of the box, it's easy to assemble. Whether I'm brainstorming ideas for the next restoration project, or just relaxing while watching TV, this chair makes this space feel a little more like home. The lower armrest and extra width of this chair makes this perfect for lap dogs, or maybe even a few cats. It's built with FlexiSpot's same focus on ergonomics and craftsmanship, adjustable reclining angles, a sturdy steel base, and support where it matters most. So check out FlexiSpot by clicking the link below. Use code LOTUS30 to get $30 off. Plus, don't miss FlexiSpot's Black Friday sale, up to 80% off. A huge thank you to FlexiSpot for continuing to support my vision for saving old furniture. You may have noticed when I was wiping on the restore finish to the top of the hutch, there was ultimately just too much damage to the original finish. So around the 53-minute mark, I decided it was more important to try to sand this back with 150 grit and restain the top. I first tried an oil-based stain in the color Koda, but then found that dark walnut was a much better match, not only for the top, but also for the veneer repairs. When using the restore finish on your old furniture that has protective finishes intact, you can then just apply a wax finish for an extra layer of protection and call it done. But with this hutch, there wasn't much of a protective finish in many areas, so I decided to spray on several new coats of clear shellac first. With each step, I had to continue to remind myself that this piece will not be perfect, but will hopefully be better than the way I found it. And you may have guessed, I did not meet the 1-hour deadline, but that's okay. I still believe many old pieces can be brought back to life in under an hour by following these simple steps. The last step for this project is to apply a furniture wax with fine steel wool. I'll let this dry for about 20 minutes before buffing the wax with an open weave cotton cloth. There's about 30 seconds of downtime before I move on to the final steps, and I want to use this moment to speak directly to you, my faithful viewers and supporters. As we head into the holiday season, I truly hope you're doing well. I feel blessed to be able to share my work with you, and I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to those of you who have taken the time to share your own stories with me. It means more than you know, and in some of the upcoming episodes, I look forward to sharing several heartfelt stories with you. The final time to complete this project was 2 hours and 9 minutes. Not quite what I expected, but even with this simple challenge, I learned some things, and for that I'm grateful. I'm excited to share with you there are 6 more restoration videos planned in the next 2 weeks. Is it possible? I don't quite know yet, but I'm going to do my best. My name is Barry, and thanks for joining me. Goodbye for now.